Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Uh, Today, my guest is Sonu Kumar from Germany. He's a good friend of mine, Facebook friend. He is in Germany. वो हम इनसे खुद ही पूछेंगे कि ये क्या करते हैं वहाँ पर और क्या लाइफ है जर्मनी की. फिलहाल जो है, आई प्रेजेंट टू यू सोनू कुमार. हेलो, हाउ आर यू सोनू कुमार?
Hello, thank you. I am fine. What about you?
आई एम गुड. सो
Thank you for this introduction. My name is Sonu Kumar, and I am from Germany right now, but I am not basically from Germany. I am from India and the northernmost part of India near Indo-Nepal border, from Bihar. I belong from
बिहार
Bihar.
बिहार बिहार डिस्ट्रिक्ट.
Not the Bihar district, it's state. Bihar is state. It's a province, how we say in Pakistan. So it's a province of India, just near to Nepal, and I belongs from there. I am here in Europe. I can't say about a particular country because I have been in Poland because I admitted there. I have been in Germany as well. Right now, I am in Germany. I was in France as well, Rennes and Paris. And for very short time, I was in Vienna as well for all my study purposes. For visiting,
That's great.
I have been in many countries to visit, but for my study purpose, I have been in these countries. So I am from India, and currently I'm studying in a Polish university in collaboration with one French and one German.
Okay. So, Sonu, let's begin the interview. My first question is, who is Sonu Kumar?
Sonu Kumar uh, is the how you are Shahrukh Ali and how any other person could be. Just a human being like any other person. And I'm Sonu Kumar because I am also a human like you. And if you come on the specific introduction, I can say that Sonu Kumar is like I'm tracking myself with my academic qualifications. Sonu Kumar is Masters in Physics from India, and now he is doing his PhD from a Polish university that is the Adam Mickiewicz University in Poznan. This is the top three university in Poland, and maybe I will receive some kind of dual degree as well. It's not confirmed till now, but I don't know because Max Planck Society. I am also working with the in collaboration with the Max Planck Society, and Max Planck Society is very independent authority. It is not tagged with any university. In generally in India or Pakistan, there used to be some research institute of particular university. Here is particular research institute which tag itself with many universities. I mean, the student of like I am also working in the condensed matter physics. Some other student also working in the condensed matter physics, but both will receive degree from two different universities. We
That's
are
great.
working, so this is just the research facility, so I'm working on the research facility of Max Planck Society. Maybe there are possibility because one of my supervisor under whom I am working in Max Planck Institute of Condensed Matter Physics is professor in Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich, here we say. So maybe there are possibility that I will receive a degree from that university as well. By behavior, like normal human being, I belong from very poor family in Bihar. It was my dream that I could make it possible for me to study and find my further way of life and just exploring the world. But it was quite cannot say impossible, but very difficult for my parents to manage this all, or they were not able to afford this all. But I was quite lucky, and I was consistently thinking about that and was looking for the opportunity, and finally I received this opportunity with this scholarship, and
That's great. That's really great. O- Okay, Sonu, tell me something about your research work. What you are doing
I
now?
yes, actually, at the beginning, I had really no idea. I just came here on the nanostructure division. I didn't made any proposal for my research that I am going to research on such particular field because I don't belong from a very reputed university in India. So I had really no idea about the research, how we do that, how to publish yourself in quality, or how to conduct a very good research. I had no idea about that because I hadn't studied in IITs or the University of Delhi, Mumbai, or something like that. So I just applied here. I sit in interview. I got interviewed. They were very satisfied with my theoretical knowledge. But I had made that very clear that I don't have any practical experience in such kind of large facilities or large infrastructure of research. So that was they were pretty well satisfied with my theoretical knowledge, and then they invited me here under nanostructure division. So at beginning, I worked on many things like for the first 6 months, I worked on DFT, I mean density functional theory calculation, electronic structure calculation, even in biophoto voltaic research center, biomedical center, nanotechnology center. I worked in on very many small projects in different institute or research center of my university here in Poland. And then I got some option to choose my research now for my final thesis. Then I chose nanostructure division, and for now I'm working on the calculation of Chern number of topological magnetic crystal. And the main idea of my work is to find the dynamics of spin wave, you can say, because we know in magnetics spin wave define everything. And we also know that magnet has some spatial character, some spatial properties. Generally, for the person who don't know much about physics, we can say that magnet attract or repel each other. We all know about that. So this property has, if we will study more and more and more, like on micro or nano level about these properties, we find some spin wave. Spin wave can be like it used to be some particular configuration like up down or something like that, but we have uh, but if we can reconfigure it, I mean we can change this configuration according to us. It has huge impact in the field of technology and for the research, because most of memories we are using or the RAM or everything is the application of these magnetic crystals and the spin wave reconfigurable spin wave. So we are here working to to find some new properties. Maybe what I don't know what the result could be, but our main idea or objective for this project is that we are looking to understand more about the reconfigurable capacity of spin wave or so in magnetic crystal. Generally, for these days, we are working on the charge ice or spin ice.
That's great. That's great. I pray for you to get success in your research, definitely. Okay. Let us tell about something about Germany. Basically, I am now changing my language क्योंकि हमारे जो भी इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश हैं, वहाँ पर सबसे ज़्यादा जो मुझे देखने को मिलता है मुश्किल वो है पोवर्टी। यानी हम जैसे आपने बताया आपके लिए तो एक एग्जांपल सबसे ज़्यादा मैं ये बोलूँगा कुछ भी मुश्किल नहीं है। आप शायद उस चीज़ पे बिलीव करते हैं क्योंकि
जी
आपने इस तरह बताया है कि वेरी पुअर फैमिली से आप सब चीज़ें आज अचीव कर रहे हैं। दैट्स ग्रेट, अप्रिशिएट। अब ये है कि आप क्या सोचते हैं कि अगर कोई एज इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका, नेपाल, कोई आना चाहे जर्मनी, तो व्हाट अबाउट जर्मनी? यानी स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम आई एम आस्किंग क्वेश्चन लाइक टाइम डिफरेंस क्या है जर्मनी में, यानी इंडिया, पाकिस्तान एंड इसका?
अभी तो ये टाइम डिफरेंस थोड़ा सा गर्मी और ठंड आने पे बदलती है। गर्मी के मौसम में जो समय है वो मेरे ख्याल से इंडिया से 3.5 घंटा, तो पाकिस्तान से शायद 4 घंटे का अंतर या
चार,
3 घंटे का अंतर, 4 घंटे
जी,
का अंतर होता होगा।
चार,
अभी ये 4 घंटे का अंतर है,
जी, 4
आई
घंटे
थिंक।
के अंदर।
अभी 4 घंटे का अंदर है, तो पहले 3 घंटे का होता होगा। क्योंकि ये सर्दियों में ये जो डिफरेंस है वो बढ़ जाता है 1 घंटा। और गर्मियों में ये 1 घंटा कम हो जाता है। यानी कि पहले इंडिया के साथ 3.5 घंटे का था, अभी 4.5 घंटे का हो गया है। तो पाकिस्तान के साथ अभी 4 घंटे का है, तो पहले ये 3 घंटे का डिफरेंस होगा। यहाँ थोड़ी ठंड ज्यादा पड़ती है। अभी अभी जो बाहर टेम्परेचर है वो -1 डिग्री सेल्सियस है। मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले चेक किया हुआ था। 2 है, लेकिन ये फील्स लाइक -1 डिग्री सेल्सियस है। अंदर में तो ये हीटिंग सिस्टम रहता है, और यहाँ घर इस तरीके से बनाया रहता है कि ठंड नहीं लगती है। गर्मी के मौसम में ऐसा होता है कि जो धूप निकली रहती है वो 10 बजे तक, 10:30 बजे तक धूप निकली रहती है। सन इज आउट एट 10:30 PM एट द इवनिंग। और 2-3 बजे से फिर से सूरज निकल जाता है। तो इसलिए वो समय थोड़ा कम हो जाता है, और इधर थोड़ा ज्यादा हो जाता है। पता नहीं इसके पीछे क्या साइंस है, एस्ट्रोनॉमी, ये मुझे नहीं पता है। लेकिन मुझे इतना इतना पता है, टाइम का डिफरेंस ये है। और मेरे ख्याल से जर्मनी पोलैंड का दोनों का एक ही तरह का वो है। मैं क्योंकि मैं म्यूचन में रहा था, मैं कुछ दिनों के लिए कोलोगने में भी रहा था, तो मुझे ज्यादा अंतर नहीं समझ में आया। लेकिन इन दिनों गर्मी यहाँ पे बढ़ रही है। तो मैंने इस बार गर्मी के दिनों में 32 डिग्री भी एक्सपीरियंस किया है टेम्परेचर, जो यहाँ के लोगों के लिए बहुत काफी होता है। क्योंकि यहाँ जनरली जो क्रिसमस होती है उसको पहले व्हाइट क्रिसमस हुआ करती थी। मेरे बगल में ऊपर में एक इधर से सबसे सीनियर है, पीएचडी वो भी कर रहे हैं, शायद पोस्ट डॉक स्टार्ट करेंगे, अफगानिस्तान से हैं वो। तो उन्होंने बताया था, वो यहाँ 8 साल से रह रहे हैं। तो उन्होंने बताया कि जब मैं यहाँ आया हुआ था तो यहाँ जो क्रिसमस होती थी वो पूरे बर्फ के वो रहते थे वाइड, लेकिन 8 साल में ही बहुत सारा कुछ बदल गया है। तो अभी इस तरह का मौसम है। तो टाइम का तो यही डिफरेंस है। मौसम का भी डिफरेंस है। हमारे बगल में नॉर्वे पड़ता है, वहाँ कभी कभी मिडनाइट समर भी होता है गर्मी के दिनों में, कि 12 बजे रात में भी धूप उगी रहती है कभी कभी। तो ये है कि अ, एक इन्वायरमेंटल शॉक तो जरूर मिलता है, जो हमारे इधर से लोग यहाँ आते हैं, क्योंकि हमारी जलवायु जलवायु को क्या बोलते हैं उसमें हमारा जो,
हमारी
हाँ, वो अलग है, यहाँ का अलग है, तो उसका थोड़ा
अपब्रिंगिंग जो
सा।
है वो थोड़ी गर्मी वाली है हमारी, ठंड इतनी
हम्म
नहीं होती।
हम लोग वो ग्रीष्म क्षेत्र से आते हैं, ये शीत है, ठंडी वाली है, तो यहाँ थोड़ा ये अलग होता है। ये है। बाकी जर्मनी के बारे में, जर्मनी इज द टाइगर ऑफ यूरोप, इकोनॉमिक टाइगर ऑफ यूरोप इनफैक्ट, एंड वन ऑफ द मोस्ट डेवलप्ड नेशन इन 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 यूरोप। यहाँ सबसे, लेकिन पूरी यूरोप ही बहुत ज्यादा विकसित लगती है, बहुत ज्यादा डेवलप लगती है हमारे एरिया से। अब अगर हम उसको कंपेयर करें, तो हम इंडिया में कभी कभी हम जाते हैं, शायद आप कभी विजिट किए होंगे, या पाकिस्तान में भी कुछ ऐसा ही होगा। जो डिफरेंस बिटवीन द पीपुल है वो बहुत ज्यादा है। मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ। मैं अगर दिल्ली के कोई पॉश इलाके में जाता हूँ, कोई वीआईपी एरिया में जाता हूँ, वहां आप देखेंगे तो आपको लगेगा कि दिस इज लाइक न्यूयॉर्क सिटी। हाउ डेवलप्ड इज इट, कितना ये ज्यादा डेवलप्ड है। और उसके बाद आप वहां से थोड़ी दूर किसी स्लम में चले जाते हैं, तो लगता है कि वेयर आई एम, इज इट रियली द सेम सिटी वेयर आई वाज फ्यू टाइम्स अगो। तो ये इस तरह की फीलिंग्स आती है। यहाँ इस तरह का नहीं है, लोगों के बीच में जो अंतर है वो ऐसा नहीं है, क्योंकि यहाँ करप्शन उतना ज्यादा नहीं है। करप्शन तो हमारे यहाँ बहुत ज्यादा है, उसकी तो चर्चा हम नहीं कर पाएंगे। बस एक छोटा सा कंपैरिजन करते हैं यहाँ पे, कि करप्शन इसके कारण भी है क्योंकि यहाँ लोग बहुत सिविलाइज्ड हैं, हमारे यहाँ लोग सिविलाइज्ड नहीं है। एंड आई वुड लाइक टू साइट एन एग्जांपल फॉर दैट। It was my first day in the Poland. It was my first day out of I mean in Europe. मैं यहाँ पे पहुंचा हुआ था। मैंने एक फॉरेक्स कार्ड लिया हुआ था जिसमें मेरे पैसे थे सारा, लेकिन मेरा कार्ड एक्टिवेट नहीं हुआ था अनफॉर्चुनेटली उस टाइम पे। एक बैग मेरा मिस हो गया था। मतलब कि मैं रशियन एयरलाइन से आ रहा था, तो मेरा बैग छूट गया था। तो उन्होंने, एयरलाइन वालों ने कहा कि अ, उन्होंने एक पेपर मुझे दे दिया, एड्रेस ले लिया। उन्होंने कहा कि आपके घर पे चाहिए तो 2 दिनों में पहुंच जाएगा, नहीं तो सर कल आप पोजनान एयरपोर्ट से, मैं जिस सिटी में हूँ वहां से आप रिसीव कर सकते हैं। ये बात हो गई। लेकिन मेरा फोन काम नहीं कर रहा है, मेरे पास कोई इंटरनेट नहीं है, और मेरे जेब में वो थे, क्या कहते हैं, यूरोस थे। लेकिन मैं वो एयरपोर्ट से बाहर निकल गया। और यहाँ पे जो काउंटर होते हैं, फॉरेक्स काउंटर, उसको कंतूर बोलते हैं ना, मुझे ये पता है। और मेरा इंटरनेट भी काम नहीं कर रहा है, तो उस समय मैं लगा कि अब मैं कैसे यहाँ से जाऊंगा, 4 घंटे की दूरी पे मेरी शहर थी यहाँ पे, तो मैंने किसी से हेल्प मांगी. I asked a lady that she was speaking English, and she came with me to the central railway station. She bought tickets for me. She bought new jacket, and she was bargaining with the shopkeepers for half an hour that so I can get a good jacket in reasonable price. So वो मेरे साथ जैकेट उन्होंने मेरा खरीदा. उसके बाद मैं वेजिटेरियन हूँ, तो वहां पे उन्होंने मतलब कि ढूंढ करके जहाँ वेजिटेरियन फूड मिल रहा था वहां पे उन्होंने मुझे खाना भी खिलाया, मुझे पानी का बॉटल्स खरीदा, और मुझे ये बहुत अजीब लग रहा था, और उनको ये पता था कि आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू एक्सेप्ट दिस ऑल. So at the beginning, she just gave her phone number to me and told me, okay, so when your card will be working, you can return my money. So it was like that. मेरी समझ में नहीं आया कि I cannot expect such kind of kindness in our subcontinent. Now, really, I can't expect such kind of kindness. And the unfortunate example is that there is some group of people here from South Asia who play cricket here. Like cricket in Poznan, there is some kind of group, and I was in the contact of those people before arriving here. Or unfortunately, one person from Dehradun and one person from Lahore asked me to bring some things like some luggage, like some backpack and some what we say extension, extension, wire extension for the charging and something, because here charging slot is different, and in India and Pakistan's charging slot is different.
Different.
I bring for them here, and unfortunately their behavior was so worse. Like they thought I am from Bihar, I have no idea about anything, and they can cheat me. So it was like they made some approach to cheat me, and one was from Lahore, one was from Dehradun. And I was hopeless at that time, that if my own people cannot help me, how I can expect help from the Polish people?
Definitely.
And most of Polish people don't speak English. Now they speak, I mean, all speak little bit. I mostly speak little bit, but they can't speak very much. So it was really very strange for me that I got such kind of help. And this is not the only example. There are lots of examples what show the civilization of Polish people. If you are, I'm this that was the particular example, but I am generalizing now. It's if you are on a on a zebra crossing and there is no any lights, any car is coming in any kind of speed, they will stop, they will ask you if you want to cross it, and then they will cross. If you will say no, I am just waiting here, then they will cross. So such kind of I mean civilized mentality is here. While once I was at city center, I was new, I just took the chocolate and through the wrap behind me. And suddenly I realized, oh, it's not the India. I needed to put the
And with that,
in the. But there was a woman, and she was in elderly age, like maybe more than 60. She didn't ask me. She didn't told me anything. She just took the wrapper, put in the garbage. I mean dustbin. So it was really amazing experience for me. So I can say that this is the difference between our people and the people here. This is very unfortunate that those people who live in our subcontinent don't know about European, make nonsense comment about the culture and the civilization and other things. I see a lot of people from India making posts on social media that Western civilization is bad or something like that. This is very unfortunate. Our people are worse than. I don't want to make such kind of comment, but in fact, we have no any moral authenticity to make such kind of comment in Western culture.
definitely.
Yes.
Okay, Sonu, what's the cost of living in Germany?
Cost of living in Germany is quite high. I would like to compare with the Germany, France, and the Poland. For a student in Germany, if you are living in the dorm, like I am here in the dorm, here hostel is called. Do you understand hostel?
Yes, I can understand.
Student hostel. I think in India generally people say hostel. In Delhi we
Hmm.
say PG. The dorm we say here dorm. The dorm in Germany. is like if you get the university dorm in Munich, I am talking about, then you can get that in 200 euros. And if you are trying to take your room outside, or want to book your room outside, then it could be like in Munich, at least I think you should expect 300 euro, 300 to 500 euro. And
And this is
then,
per month.
yes, this is for per month. And in fact, you needed to deposit at least for 1 month also. And food in the cost of living in Paris is quite high than Munich, because in Paris, if you are going to rent some room or some flat, it could be more than 800 or sometime 1,000 euro only for the room. So generally, a student who study in Paris either go for the student dorm or student housing, and student housing is the best option. I think I am living here, and it's very favorable for me. Or they used to go out of Paris to get the like in nearby suburb where the cost is cheaper. I mean, the rent are cheaper. I was in Rennes as well, and there also you can find the dorm like in 200 to 300 euros. But in Poland, it's very cheap. How to say, in Poland, I was living in a room for this one person, and I was paying 700 zloty. That is less than 700 zloty is less than 200 euros. In Indian currency, it is 14,000. So in Pakistani currency, it could be 28,000.
100,000.
So
Uh,
it's like, but it is very cheap in Poland. If you will go for I mean do a two-person room, dual bedroom, or the triple bedroom, it could be like half of that. So it's very cheap. I know, and even I know one of my friend who is from Azerbaijan. He is my classmate. I mean, I was taking some class with him as well. So he live outside with some of his roommates in a flat, and he pay for one room like 500 zloty. That means 10,000 Indian rupee, 20,000 Pakistani rupee. So it seems quite cheaper, in very cheap in Poland. Yes, if you are in France as a student, you have a lot of facilities, like 40% of your accommodation will be paid by the government of France. There is huge subsidy for the student. You have to just pay 60%. And another good thing is that if you are studying in France, there is always opportunity to do internship or work in the laboratory with some professor, and you will receive good amount of scholarship. Even you are not the student of PhD, even you are master's student. When I was in France, Rennes, I was working in that was in the nanostructure. That was the you can just say that that was the biomedical center, but we were mainly working on optics. And there were some place for the master's student as well to do some sort of research. And I was in contact with some people, like one was from Azerbaijan, and a girl was from Turkey. And they were in contact, and they asked me if there is some such kind of such kind of opportunity available. I just recommended them, and they also received very good amount of like 500, 600 euro per month. That was enough for them to survive in France. So it's like generally out of Paris in France, you can expect 600 per month. In Germany, generally you should think like 800 euro per month. And in Poland, 300 is, I think, good for the student from India and Pakistan or Bangladesh.
Fine. And what about the jobs? That's basically odd job. Easily can anyone can get easily the odd jobs or the professional jobs in Germany or Poland?
In Poland, I think it's quite difficult. For students, they can find some job, for the part time I'm talking about, they can find some job in restaurants. Uh, but I think in small cities, it's really difficult to find even job in restaurant, where if you don't speak Polish, you should know little Polish as well. But if you go for the Indian restaurant, there is a lot of Indian restaurant by by Pakistani people, Indian people, Bangladeshi people, Nepali people. So there you can find some job in, generally in, I think, in kitchen. And yes, there are opportunity for some other job as well, but you needed to be some kind of lucky, or you need to look for the opportunity. If you are in IT, it's easy for you to overcome the language barrier. You don't have any kind of language barrier if you are the student of IT, information technology, or computer science, or data analysis. But for other kind of, for even for sometime management, for management also, you can have the English speaking job. But generally they require, there used to be requirement of Polish language as well. During summer vacation, I was teaching English to a person, like 2 hour per day, and I was receiving like I mean 100 zloty per day, like 4,000 Pakistani rupee. So you can also find such kind of job, but this is very specific job. Like my friend knows someone who want to learn English, and he just recommended to me, and then I started teaching him. So it's not some kind of job what I can refer to anyone, something like that.
Hmm.
So in Poland, it's difficult, but research is the best option if you are studying in the research intensive university, and then you are looking for the career in research. There is a lot of opportunity. Similar, yes, part-time job opportunity in Germany is very good. Even you don't speak German, and there is very good possibility to find the job after study as well. I'm not looking for the job. I mean, I'm not interested that much in the industry. So generally, I'm looking for the research in research center, or I want to carry my research as well. So I am just looking for research centers, not for the industry. But the people looking for the industry have very good opportunity in uh, Germany to find that. But language is also always a plus point. So it would be good if they will consider the language. In France as well, French is. I mean, people want to speak French. Sometimes even they can speak English, but they want to prefer
They
French.
prefer French.
Yeah, and the similar is in Germany as well. Here in Poland, people want to speak English. They want to speak English, but they
Hmm.
can't. But in Germany or in France, if people even know English, they want to prefer. I mean, they prefer their own language
Their own
over the
language.
English. Yeah. So, but the system in France is quite good for the students. If you are studying for the second year of masters, you have mandatory 6 month internship. Either you can work in some research laboratory where you will receive some scholarship, like 600 euros per month for 6 months at least, or if you want to go for some kind of industrial internship, still you have opportunity to earn more. Minimum is 600, but if they will employ you in the street, you will earn more. So of course, if you want to go for the job um, in France and Germany both, you have, I think you have very good chance, because I can't say much about that, because I don't relate myself with the industry anymore. So I don't have that much experience to searching for job outside. But yes, I talk to my friends, and I talk to people from across the globe, and the idea I have that you have very good opportunity in Germany and France.
Okay, Sonu, tell me, do you have any idea how we can eliminate the poverty from our countries like India and Pakistan, in fact, in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka? Any idea what we can
This is
do apart from fighting each other?
uh, the first what I can say. Okay, so just take an example. I'm not just an example who belong from very poor family and come here. I know many such kind of people who were more poor than me and have achieved more heights. Even there was some social discrimination, and still they were able to find their way forward. So I can say that the common thing what I see in such kind of great people is that either they belong from socially or economically backward family, they are educated. So this is
You
the,
mean education is the key of success?
of course, I think that education is, I am not a such qualified person to talk about such thing. I'm not an economist or something like that, so I can talk about the how to eliminate the poverty. But what I can see that I know many people who belongs from very poor family and who have achieved the heights very big. I mean, sky is the limit, such kind of height. And the common thing within those all are that they all are educated. So I think this is the best tool government, I mean the best tool any government should employ on their people, that is the education. And the second thing is that just education cannot, uh, just education is not enough to to make the path of success, but there should be a clear motive, that what is the motivation behind the education. It should be very clear within the diaspora. We are engaging, we are engaging the student, that we needed to clear within the student that what is the motivation of our education. If education is okay, education is every kind of education. We can teach to people to kill each other, this is also one kind of education. So we needed to just not educate, but we needed to clear the motivation of our education, why we want to educate our people. So I think if I talk on the I mean, level of government, I can say that they needed to focus on. I don't understand why such kind of issue in India. One good thing is that student can study free of cost till their masters, and they can apply for the PhD with the scholarship as well. Generally, they receive PhD, but the problem is that there used to be very limited seat.
Hmm.
So the competition is very high in India, you can say, and the
The
criteria
quota system,
universe.
the quota
Sorry?
system is affecting that also.
There is also quota system. I don't want to talk about that because
Hmm.
I belong from the upper caste Brahmin family, and such kind of discussion is
I can
not
understand that.
good.
I
Yeah,
can understand that.
because I don't have any kind of quota, and if I could be eligible to study in India, I don't need it to come here, or I don't need it to make the pressure on my parents for economic bondage or something like that. It's some kind of political thing. But what I can say that. The problem, India do, like student can study. There are very good preference for women as well. Like any girls studying in school, passing from the first division, receiving very good amount of scholarship. They girls from class 7, 8 receive cycle to go to school. If they pass with first division, they receive very good amount of scholarship every year. Student receive food. Even the people who cannot afford their food, or um, children who used to work, like the poor people who used to work, and if they will not support their family, they can't eat, something like that, you can say. There is very good project in India where students go to school, and school deliver them copy, books, notebooks, pen, and even the food as well. So such kind of things are now started working in India. I hope that but still, I think, in my opinion, there is need of very huge investment in the field of research. Because here I see, if some students show their interest in the research, you have a lot of opportunity to find to fund your research. There is a lot of opportunity to demonstrate yourself and to find the funds. In India, we don't have such kind of. The first thing is that there is corruption also in the education sector as well, because students are masters in physics, but I'm talking about my university is not a well-known university. That this is very
Yeah.
low-ranked university. I belong from very small city of Bihar, but I can say that many of masters students are unable to define very basic problems. Even I can say that few students who cannot write application in English and who are the masters in physics. So this is something what is called the corruption in education. If these students claim that I have that much marks and I want to go for PhD, I want to receive scholarship, this is out of out of discussion matter. So, but the thing is that this is not the problem of both students. This is the problem of our education system. How a student who don't know how to write an application is passing masters in physics, the first division. So we needed to focus on the quality of education as well. There is some very fine universities in India. I know about the IITs, and level of research is very high. But the problem is that seats are very limited. Like in India, for 500 seats, more than 5 lakh people apply generally for many things. So we needed to, if if it's very obvious that if we will make our education, we will put our education on some kind of quality criteria. Education will be not so easy things that one can take the admission and can pass easily. There would be, I mean, the student will think that you have to study. If you will not study, you are going to fail. So
Definitely.
either student will not take admission and we will not get such crowded, or otherwise if the students are passing, they are eligible, then we can invest more on the research, because research is the basic thing for the development, I think. Here I see there is a lot of funding for research, but at the same time people are not satisfied enough with these funding. They say no, it's not enough. We needed more. So I think government needed to focus on this one, mainly on education, to eliminate they needed to clear also the motivation behind the education, because education without motivation is something like we have a gun and we don't know where we are firing. So it's something like that.
Okay. In the conclusion, kindly share some motivational thought. अगर हिंदी या उर्दू में दें तो ज्यादा अच्छा होगा हमारे
See,
ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए.
uh, मैं खुद को इतना क्वालिफाइड नहीं समझता हूँ कि मैं कुछ मोटिवेशन, लेकिन मैं एक एक्सपीरियंस बताऊंगा, क्योंकि जब मैंने यहाँ आने की तैयारी करना शुरू किया था तो मुझे लगता था, और मैंने पेरेंट्स से बात की तो इस तरीके से आया कि आर यू मैन, मतलब तुम पागल हो, इस तरीके से तुम सोच कैसे सकते हो कि मुझे यहाँ जाना है। उन्होंने कुछ एग्जांपल्स दिए कि हमारे गांव के ये विदेश में पढ़ रहे हैं क्योंकि उनके पापा जज हैं, ये पढ़ रहे हैं क्योंकि वो अमेरिका में रहते हैं क्योंकि उनके पापा ये हैं। तो मुझे लगा कि हम ऐसे हैं जो इस बारे में सोच भी नहीं सकते हैं। लेकिन इंटरनेट था मेरे पास, मोबाइल फोन था मेरे पास, लैपटॉप नहीं होता था वहां पे। मैं यहाँ पे आया तो मैं लैपटॉप पहली बार खरीदा हूँ, ये भी मुझे थोड़ा और लगा, जबकि यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स 10वीं के बाद से लैपटॉप रखना स्टार्ट करते हैं। मैंने फिर इंटरनेट पे देखना स्टार्ट किया और फिर मैंने स्कॉलरशिप्स देखे, तो पहले मुझे लगा यार स्कॉलरशिप्स मुझे मिल पाएगी, बहुत वो था कि क्या मैं ऐसा कर पाऊंगा, तो हमेशा डर लगता था। लेकिन आप अगर एकात्मता रखते हैं, यानी कि लगातार आप बढ़ते रहते हैं, तो बहुत सारी जो परेशानियां है ना, वो वहां तक पहुंचते पहुंचते मुझे लगता है कि 90% परेशानियां जो होती है वो आपके वहां तक पहुंचते पहुंचते तो पहले ही खत्म हो जाती है, सिर्फ 10% से आपको भिड़ना होता है। तो ये इतना है नहीं, इसलिए मैं यही कहूंगा कि कंसिस्टेंस कंसिस्टेंसी को बनाए रखे, और जो एक आपने लक्ष्य तय किया है, जो विजन आपने रखा है, जो गोल आपने अपने लिए बनाया है, उसको उसको मतलब कि परेशानियों को देख करके उससे पीछे नहीं हटे। और एक और चीज है जो मुझे लगता है कि शायद ये कंसर्न रखता हो या नहीं रखता हो, लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से मैं इसको बताना चाहूंगा कि वो है ट्रस्ट। अगर आप ट्रस्ट को अपने साथ रखते हैं, सत्य को अपने साथ रखते हैं, तो मेरे ख्याल से वो कॉन्फिडेंस आपको हमेशा मिलते रहता है कि आप सारी जो एंजाइटी है, सारी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है, या जो इतने बुरे सर्कमस्टांसेस है, उससे आप आसानी से डील कर पाएंगे अगर आप सच को अपने साथ रखते हैं। तो आई थिंक दिस टू थिंग कैन, एक तो कभी हार नहीं मानना और एक सच के साथ हमेशा रहना, तो वो आपको आपका रास्ता बहुत आसान कर
परफेक्ट. बहुत आपने अच्छे तरीके से समझा दिया कि हमें करना क्या है.
देगा। आई होप।
अगर इस पे चले तो वाकई में हम इंडिया और पाकिस्तान और इन जैसे थर्ड वर्ल्ड कंट्रीज को जो है वो पोलैंड या जर्मनी के लेवल पे ले आएंगे. डेफिनेटली. सो सोनू, बहुत शुक्रिया आपके टाइम का. It was
थैंक यू वेरी मच
really,
फॉर हैविंग मी।
really nice talking to you. Really nice talking to you.
फॉर मी टू ऑल्सो, माय प्लेजर।
अच्छा, एक लास्ट में जाते जाते मैं आपका डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपकी प्रोफाइल का लिंक दे रहा हूँ. अगर कोई मेरे फ्रेंड, फेसबुक फ्रेंड सर्किल या फ्रेंड्स ऑफ माइंड कोई भी आपसे अगर कांटेक्ट करता है तो कुड यू हेल्प हिम और हर टू रीच इन जर्मनी, पोलैंड और फ्रांस?
Of course, that would be my pleasure because, as I understand, I had received help from the unknown peoples. How to say you? This is something I don't know. Okay, so when I was in India, for the visa, you needed someone who take your authenticity, the responsibility. Uh, he used to send you a document that I take his
Definitely.
responsibility, or I will bear his all expenses there in for his study and tuition fee and everything. At that time, at beginning when I came here, I hadn't any kind of scholarship. It was fixed that I will go there and I will start getting, because I had no any practical experience. I came here on the theoretical basis. So at beginning, I was working on any project here within the physics. So it was like, I for visa I don't have any contract of scholarship. So for visa I needed to be someone who can take my responsibility. My father is farmer. He don't have any income tax return or something like that. It was nearly impossible for me to receive such kind of document. But I really appreciate one person who belong from my caste. I don't know if casteism come there or something, but he was in my contact and I had tried to help him before, because he was also trying to apply for his brother in Poland. He is living in USA, but he was trying to apply for his cousin in Poland. And he asked me if I need any kind of help. I told that I am facing some problem with this. I didn't expect that he is going to help me, but within, I mean, next day he sent all the required document via post to me, and I received within 7 days, like his copy. I mean, he sent his copy of passport and other things on this one, but he sent some document what I needed in like original copies, and he sent me via post from USA. So I think that, and then he taught me a lesson that I needed to also follow such kind of path. If I will do this one, maybe in future someone will do same with me. So
Definitely.
karma is always
Yes,
some kind of energy what used to be conserved. You will do
definitely.
good, you will get good. I
Good.
think I will be happy to help them.
Thank you. Very nice of you, Sonu. Very nice of you.
Thank you.
Okay, we are concluding this interview. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for
Goodbye.
your